folks, and welcome back to another episode of game interpretation, game analysis. As I have promised a friend, I will keep up with his game interpretation. And wait, I don't want full screen because it screws with the resolution in OBS. Let me see, VXAs, let's say part 3. Alright, now let me see. Skip intro. Let me see. Would I want to skip intro? Wait. It's not that. I'm gonna open Arc Knights as well. Then I'm gonna mute it. Wait, continue. Alright. And to carry on from where I was. So the town should be just around the next bend. Alright. Let me see. Wait, there's no full stop in here, or punctuation or so. They're used to be a thriving community till just a few years ago. Oh my gosh, the sound is so loud. Asaka, this place is like a ghost town. How was this wallet even found out here? Folks in neighboring villages tend lands up here in the mountains. They pass through here every morning and every night. They pass through here on foot. Now they drive their cars as far as they can, then walk the rest. Ah, makes sense. Wait, what? Maybe someone spotted this wallet on the side of the road while they were driving. The person who found the wallet was stopped at the time. It seemed they were having some stomach trouble and had pulled over to take a dump. Apparently that is when they found the wallet. Right. Gosh, the sound is so loud. Makes more sense. My sound is 30% by the way. Let me see, anything else I can change? Nah. Oh, wait. Wait, there is no sound that a car actually stopped by them. It's a bit awkward, like it kind of disconnects from the situation. Dr. Airi. Hello there, Detective Oishi. Again, that one was forgotten. This is a rather odd place for us to be meeting, ain't it so? Or isn't it? Yes, not a problem. Exactly what I was about to say. So what's going on? What brings you out here? Found somebody sick, not find. Wait. OBS fucked up the naming again, I bet. And obviously, why on earth would you still keep the name Heroes of the Storm for some reason? Because I changed it. Let me guess a bit. Back to Twitch. No, not back to Twitch. My channel or something. Pretty curious. The naming is correct in here because I changed it, but it still keeps Heroes of the Storm or something like that. Ah, okay. That's all I'm interested in. Alright. Oh no, hope it was not serious. No, however, something just didn't seem right. The picture was actually made much bigger. Ooh. Finally a song that isn't blowing my ears. This is where Dr. Irie was called to earlier. What worries you? Well, you could also ask what troubles you, because troubles is a bit more serious. It's a Forest Service field office hut, but it's not supposed to be used during the summertime. That car, it doesn't look like an official vehicle at all. All coma, but if that is the case, whose car is it? Your heart prepared? Count on me. You head to the back, I will knock on the door. Oh my gosh, with that movement speed, it's gonna take ages. It disappeared a bit too prematurely though, but alright. Alright, let me... Bruh. It'd be a snake. Hey, this one is... Okay, so this one is BGM. And the sound was a ME. It was a music environmental. Because I know this thing in RPG Maker. In MV, I think. Didn't know it's the same in VX. When you play a music environmental, it pauses the BGM. That is why I replaced all the MEs that I use. I replaced them with SEs. Like literally, I put all those ME sounds in the SE folder and I simply trigger them from there. And that's how you solve it. From the police, could you open the door for a minute? For me? No, you don't need to open the door for me. All of a sudden, Okonoji. Well, it's kind of strange that you already know the name of the character, but it's not a problem. It was quite troublesome. Well, what can I do for you? I heard this place is the storehouse of the Forest Service office. This place was empty since very long ago, isn't it a different place? But this is the building of the Forest Service field office. Are you from the Forest Service field office? I have never seen you though. Obviously you've never seen them because most likely you're not gonna know every one of those, and at the same time they may have they may have new members. Alright. Oh no, you're from the police in Okinomiya, Koma, right? We're supposed to have met. Supposed. He's not an amateur. Alright. As chubby as a chubby should be. Trying to put Piggy to sleep. His fighting technique. I like the animations though. Stop bugging me with that. Show you how strong the chubby here is. And the other one simply doesn't hear anything. Kasaka might get the cabinet minister's grandson at the back door. Wait, for the first time I'm allowed scaring the child. He can't be that far ahead of me. In a matter of time till I will catch up with him. Use his tensions outside of battle to gain an edge at the start of an encounter. It escape to save the game. Who knows what challenges face you in the next encounter. Oh, so now I'm actually moving into the wait, save. Actually moving into the RPG part of the game. Let me guess, you can move up? Ace. Actually have this option. Some mushrooms, but which are useful or harmful, I would not know. I like the background though. Hmm. Alright, let's see. Party. Do I have access to any inventory? Can you actually replace people during fights? Just like in Final Fantasy, that would be an interesting option. Ah, okay, the items are here. Hit points. SP and agility. Or bento. Hmm. What, around 400 HP or so. Wait a bit. The tile's poisoned or... Oh, really? I'm now attacked by roaches. Ain't that cute? This is one of the things that I typically hate about these kinds of games. You're supposed to face someone and catch them, but do please wait for me a few hundred years till I actually get to stomp on all these adversaries. Stuns and lowers an enemy's defense and agility. Adrenaline boost. Remove lesser stat debuff, heals a small amount of HP. Roach evaded. Alright. Isn't there an auto fight mode, like literally? Alright, so they have 80 damage, 80 HP or something like that. 100? No, less than 80. So it heals a random amount, alright. Why does it say I healed 20? They're dealing 2 damage, but I'm not healing at all though. Like, wasn't it 61 or something? It's like, bruh. Like, it's 27 HP, okay? Let me see. Adrenaline boost. Lesser stat debuff. Let's see. It says heals 20 HP. But it's like I don't get any healing though. I was 17 HP and now I'm 1 HP, like literally. I barely get any amount of XP though. Equip. See item. Durable dark clothing. Not sure why it says up though. Bear meat. Wait, does it have that annoying RPG Maker aspect? That if you move a certain number of tiles. Oh, now I'm being attacked by crows. Alright. Raven mad. Is it because I'm affected by that thing that my HP is being fucked instead of actually being healed? Alright. Obviously. I actually have a place where I get all the possible answers, like literally. I don't ever understand why on the fuck you create some skills that they simply deal no damage, like literally. So I'm bound to read some skills that have literally barely any description and such. It's like I simply don't understand the design of these games. Like, what's in the minds of those people? Like, do they even think when they do what they do? Like, I simply don't understand. Why the fuck do you create some skills if they don't create any damage? Or if the player isn't even announced that you're capable of doing something? Let's not touch the mushrooms though. Antidote, energy drinks, alright. Alright. Let's make use of some useless skills. Actually took damage. I don't want to rest. Ah. How the fuck am I supposed to actually hit a flying bat though? Oh well, I'm not gonna ask questions. People and their imagination though. Like, so many RPG Maker games function on this principle. We've got several skills from the beginning. And they're not... It's like they weren't meant to actually help you. Dog meat. Okay. Like, they're not meant to help you. They're just meant to be there, and they're more like confusing you rather than... Let me guess, that poison... And obviously the poison persists even after the battle. Alright. Conditions that last outside of the fights, they're kind of curious in a way. Ah. Actually healed me. Alright. Guessing when you're poisoned, the effect of healing is reversed or something. Eh. I really wish those conditions and the such were like explained in detail. At least that's what I would do, because if people would want to play my game, I'd actually seek to give them all the details instead of them having to figure them out. Like, you're the one supposed to help the player, not confuse the player. Arts, let's see. Alright. I seem to be dealing a lot of damage to these. Bear meat. Wait. Let me save as well. Do the double save. Okay, let's see. Wait. Actually, I think I'm gonna puke already. Wait a bit. I'd rather preserve my HP. Dude, these don't even have an AI. Why would you even recover HP in the first move? But alright. So it doesn't heal a fixed amount. Wait a bit. Onigafuchi depths. Right. Let me preserve my HP a bit more. Those those messages are way too fast. I'm not sure why you would use those messages if their speed cannot be changed. Why not use pictures that relay your messages instead? Okay. Well, I wanted to actually select something else, but well, if all you're gonna do is just heal, let me actually take advantage of this situation and heal all my HP. I know this is basically not the way to play the game, but why, you motherfucker? Like, I took more damage before than after I cast my defense. Like, what's the logic of these skills? Like, literally. What's the logic of these skills? Like, alright. Not gonna bother much. I took 1 damage. I didn't understand anything, like what happened there, like. And that's why I hate RPG Maker's combat system. Tail whip, alright. Wolf attacking with a tail whip. Wolf strikes lesser damage than a... Alright. I actually stunned them. Alright, hearts. I guess this wolf is way too crazy for its own HP. Why do I have the... I have a faint feeling this wolf has around the 1000 HP. Probably even more. Ah, alright. Not sure. Salted fish. It was 3. Alright. Temporary shades. The heck would that be? Would you look at that? To appease, not to please. Very hungry ghost. Let me guess. Not even... I don't even know what spirit means, like literally. Actually punching a ghost, but alright. Guessing it takes less physical damage, like in Pox Nora or something. Alright, it takes more fire damage. Music is spooky enough if you ask me though. My ears can say the same. Ah. Boop. Wait, I'm not dealing much damage with attacks. Arts. My gosh, 103 damage. I think this one has around 700 HP or so. Alright. Really now? Really now? Ah, damn you and your dumb CCs, like literally. Typically fear is removed when you get struck, but meh, alright, doesn't matter. I guess dumb characters can beat you by simply fearing you all the time. It's like fighting the warlock in World of Warcraft. Alright, let's see. Obviously. Gonna spam the same skill. Alright, let's see, body throw. What does attack and defense up mean, like literally? Could say removes the stance, so I don't know. I'm guessing the defense was removed. Let me actually check one thing. Bear meat. Weaker reflexes. I wish I knew what reflexes would mean. Cure intoxicated. Energy drink. Let me get one of these in case the AI stuns me like for the whole rest of the game and they get to play the game alone. Hmm. Okay, I guess I can relax for now, because most likely the AI will simply play for me. Oh wait, I escaped from fear much faster than last time, which is a bit surprising if you ask me. Obvious. Obviously you miss. Alright, energy drink. All SP and agility up. You know what? Give me this back again before the character starts playing the game all by itself. Like this. I'm afraid, but I still dodged. I do like the logics of such games though, but alright, how many thousands of HP do you actually have? But wasn't it supposed to stun the character? Oh well. I guess Ghost is immune to that. Now what? Can you please die? Thank you. Oh, apparently not yet. Oh well. Finally! Oh, the Ghost X. Sake. Field medicine. Chasing the wind. Receive clasp. Wait. Let me save my marvelous progress. Wait. do like the fact that they actually changed the way they climb down the stairs. Let me think. Oh wait. Oh well, I moved way too much. Feisty and don't tell me you need fire damage to beat these like in Kingmaker. Kokuagata. Bedbug. Okay. Since oh wait. Chasing the wind. Offensive air attack. Alright. Proof trip. Adrenaline boost. Medicine stance raises defense. Wait, what? I know this one. Emergency medical training cures poison, bleeding, cripple, heals 50 HP. Obviously I can't use it. Wait, it's defensive, not medicine. Ow. I am asleep and I took no damage. Really, game? Ow. They deal quite some damage though. Really? Burn. Wait, I was fighting and I was still asleep? Okay. Game, go back to bed, you're drunk. Okay, let's see. Oh look, a bug. Squashed. That has so much HP, like literally. Okay. Squashed. I love squishing bugs. Easy. Bruh. I moved way too much. Tainted mouse. Oh. These guys seem to tickle. Arts, let me see. What the heck do I need for these kinds of abilities though? So the mice deal less damage than a bug. Alright. Just another day in Russia, I guess. Alright, let me... Ah, finally, get wrecked! I have unleashed a... catastrophe, I guess? Alright. Really now? Let me guess. Can I actually get engaged here on the stairs? Not sure though. Farmer stash has been raided. Sake was found. Oh, so much treasure I found. Wait. Ah, so you don't control that, it's an event, okay. Save. I was curious whether you can be engaged by enemies on there, but that doesn't count as stepping, because it's event based. Tainted Higurashi. Alright, let's see. Abilities should also improve a bit as you level up, because if you have extra HP, you're probably gonna need a little bit of extra healing. Problem with a lot of people is they forget that abilities kind of become underpowered as you level up. Yes. I see treasure everywhere. Peace and quiet. Sounds like the name of... Wait. Sounds like the name of a graveyard, if you ask me. Burazemi. I'm not sure if these are actually mythical creatures or they're just invented names. But for some reason they do sound a bit Japanese. Abura. Sounds a bit like Abunai, which means dangerous. They will not be coming for a while, right? Ooh. The kidnapper. Oh. Yamiano henchman. Well, let's do the typical RPG thing. Oh my gosh, my ears! Let's buff myself up. Eye drops. I think this guy will have around 1000 HP or so. Impact. When you create an RPG Maker game, don't make use of the stupid AI of the platform. Just create an AI of your own through events. Because a character suddenly using their heal ability and they're not even wounded, that's kind of a bad design for me though. Gosh, the sound is so loud. Don't seem to be dealing too much damage though. Oh, I actually stunned them. Actually, The second phase, or what? Am I still blinded though? I'm blinded and he still misses me, like, bruh. It's Weebles. Let me guess, will I miss again? Ooh, I didn't miss. I don't have any more of that. Gosh, the music. Music, it's ruining my ears. Let me see. Should I actually use though? Okay. Arts or attack? Bruh, I deselected the game again. Okay, spam basics. Most broken mechanic. Bruh. Well, we're missing one another though. It has around 1000 HP, I guess. So you have a chance to deal a big damage. Hmm. Your silence. Well, I wasn't silenced though. Easy! Ooh, I actually got 10 yen. Easy tutorial, all me. Toshki Inukai. Oh, let me guess. I left him blowing bubbles in the mud. Ouch. My ears hurt. And now this is typical American aspect. Someone is shot, someone falls from the fourth floor, and the other ones just ask, "Are you alright?" Just stand there to by myself. They took off. A policeman won't shoot someone's back when they're escaping. Ah, yeah, there would be repercussions. Following regulation. Ah, that's a terrible situation. Wait. Shot was basically puncturing the left shoulder, so most likely also struck uh, the lung, which can actually cause a lot of trouble. Wait, I wouldn't be surprised if the protagonist dies like in Yu Yu Hakusho and then comes back. Yeah, I would save game. Mizawa. Oh, the picture adjusted itself, alright. Not used to. Obviously not. Hmm. Cabinet minister and the criminals made arrangements together. It's exactly like the little girl said. Well, you know, when she was in the, other stance. All right. Didn't need to put all that effort in since the grandchild would be without the B would have been released. The two men we grappled with, however you look at it, were trained for that job. You don't think such petty thugs could put up such a fight? Now that you mention it. Had a perfect shot too. Yeah, indeed, the shot was like well aimed. Wasn't aimed for the kill though. 'Cause having had that gun, basically it was easy to kill. Wait, the game deselected itself. Its wire has been cut. Also has been cut out. Be that the criminals came back to erase the people who knew their faces. Ah, okay, Rika. Talking about. Ah, isn't she a cutie? And obviously the sounds. Able to find a telephone. She's right about the time though. First thing I'll do tomorrow morning is to give Yuki a call. In a way, if she would be a protective spirit, that would be something they would do because they might tap in the phones and actually um, listen to some conversations. Because if they're smart, probably there's always someone following the guy without blowing their cover. Because a big organization wouldn't be bothering with a rookie, but they would keep an eye on him. And they may tap, well, not sure with the technology of these times, but someone can actually tap into phones and find out where they're talking to, like just listen in and you might actually get some details. Do you know the way back? Alright. You're going the opposite direction, bruh. Do you know the way? I'll be the guide, hurry. And obviously she says that word again. Can you be walking outside at this hour? Won't be scolded by her parents? Wait, I'm not sure if she even has parents though. Alright. Wasn't it with an H at the end? You were saying your parents were very busy. So what on earth would they be no, what on earth would they be busy with? Shrine up here is Rika's house. It's something somewhat bustling there, huh? The day of the festival. Wait, what festival? First and only festival in Hinamizawa. Wait, she has that green again apparently. The Watanagashi festival. I'm not sure if this is something real or was invented. It's a boring thing that is a festival only in name. Ah, okay. Huh? Dama? Is that a Da or a Gu? I think it's Guma. It's there so long before. Boring festival. Goma, isn't it? It doesn't look like a festival. Festival that has been held since very long time ago. Uh, yeah, maybe, and it ended up declining. The festival doesn't decline by itself. You could say declining in popularity. Or people's interest declined. People's interest in this festival declined with time. You know, something like that. I mean, you can't call this a festival. It's more like a mere drinking party of the neighborhood. Even the god being worshipped feels bitter about this. Over 6 years, people from the village will all come here together and it will become a splendid festival with the proper rituals too. Grandson was found. How does she know all this? Stuck a bit in a place with nice scenery. Did she show the other face again? I guess. Hey, this song sounds actually pretty neat. Things went in accordance to what Rika said. This village won't sink into a dam. It's not sink into a dam. The Minister of Construction complied with the demands of the kidnappers. Dam project is gone, you knew it, right? So she's more like intuitive, I would say. Because intuition bypasses the logics, but, well, alright. We'll see. The one who saved the grandson was Akasaka. He tried really hard. This the peace will return to this village. And now she transformed, I guess. And from now on, every year bloody events occur. Talking about several years' time, I will be murdered. Huh, wait, what? It's been decided. The monster would decide on such a thing. This song is pretty spooky. If it would be part of a music pack, I would really want to use it as well. Not sure exactly what for, but the more the merrier. There are many people who disregard the value of human life. I tell you this, although nothing will probably change. To erase the reflected moon of death on the water surface, a small stone need to be thrown. Reflected moon of death? Ah, the Shi kanji maybe. Ooh, fade screen. Fade out screen. Hokkaido Airport. Wait, it's Hokkaido. It's a prolonged O. I think it's written OU. Alright, so we're already a few years in the future. For not being in contact recently. Several years after the abduction, I reunited with Oishi. Retiring, Oishi moved to Sapporo, his mother's birthplace. And the reason I wanted to meet Oishi was because I wanted to confirm something. It's been only a year since I retired, but this is a nice place. Scenery is pretty, the air and the food are tasty. Above all, the northern provinces have lots of pretty girls. Ah, okay. Besides, it makes us forget about painful and sad things. She's already 7 years old, huh? She's nice and healthy. She's a nice and healthy child, I guess. Real beauty. You're probably gonna have to beat the boy's back with a stick. Do you realize you're a lucky man? Ah, it's his child, okay. Oh, Miyuki. Yuki was the reincarnation of her mother, Yuki. Yes, my wife Yuki died on the night of that Watanagashi festival. Wait, what? Every day Yuki apparently makes her way to the rooftop in the early evening and gazes out at the setting sun. Gazes and makes, because it's third singular. While she was returning to her room one night, she lost her footing on the stairs. Wait, what? With a stroke of bad luck, she unexpectedly came slamming down. Ah, okay, she slipped. Not sure if lose one's footing is good, but according to a nurse, she was friendly. Ah, she was a friend of. So according to a nurse, she was friend of. Yuki said this: when he is away from Tokyo, beneath the same sky, I want to pray for his safety. Yuka did out of pity when she perceived Yuki's death. Alright, so that makes sense. She didn't want him to know about Yuki's death. Turn around and go back to Tokyo immediately. If you stay here, I promise you'll regret it. Alright, so the flashbacks come back. This reminds me of a movie. This game reminds me of a movie. It was a movie, but I think the guy, again, was a police officer or a detective. It was in China or in Japan, I'm not sure, but I think it was China. He was looking for a bad guy and he was helped by a little girl, and at the end he finds out that the girl was actually a ghost. There's also another ghost that appears, which was named a Kwai woman. And Kwai doesn't sound too Japanese. It's a fox woman, but it was a spirit, and she helps the protagonist by slaying one of the bad guys. But I was kind of too young for that to understand. Well, I kind of understood it. It was more like a cheesy movie. But the plot was a bit interesting, if you ask me. If I had known what was going to happen, and had done as she said, and abandoned my job and returned to Tokyo, Yuki's death could perhaps have been avoided. Now, I'm not sure if it would have been avoided, though. If someone is about to die, they're about to die. That's something that people have to understand. When I told you about Yuki that night, you were so wretched, it was hard even to look at you. Perhaps You were even thinking of dying to go after her, but you stood firm. Because Miyuki was alive at that time when I could see nothing but hopelessness. The hospital where Yuki had passed away, I saw Miyuki desperately trying to live. Wait, Yuki had... Ah, wait, passed away, yeah, not passed out, passed away, yes. Then I understood that Yuki kindly protected that child. Alright? Tell you the truth, even though she probably feels lonely without her mother, I'm always being encouraged by her. Oishi, fine, I'll go with what you say about Rika Furude being a prophet who could foresee the future. If so, why wouldn't she predict that great disaster? At the end of June in Showa year 58, deadly poisonous volcanic gas gushed forth from the Onigafuchi swamp and directly engulfed the village late at night. It was an unprecedented wide-scale disaster which completely wiped out the villagers. Kind of explainable. The Hinamizawa district remains sealed off to this day. So it's been a few years after, and apparently there's no more access to the place where they initially were. Well, hold on. Well, Koma, hold on. Could theorize that Rika Furude was the reincarnation. You can, no could. You can theorize in the present. Could theorize that Rika Furude was the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama, and when Rika was murdered, Oyashiro-sama's wrath was raised. Released, not raised. Raised means to lift, so maybe unleashed, uh, set forth, but nah, not sank. No, unleashed, I would say. Or there was another word. Which one was it? Unhinged. It sounds a bit more serious when you say unhinged. Out of nowhere, coma. No, out of nowhere, a noxious gas seeped, because it's in the past, out of the swamp. As a result, the entire village was wiped. Okay, so the child also died, and you probably don't get to hear anything about her. But I do have a feeling she will come back as a Yurei. Or wait. Either Yurei or Yokai, I'm not sure. Yokai were monsters, Yurei was vengeful spirits. And a murdered child most likely will be a Yurei. To be fair, I did not come up with this little theory on my own. This belief is held by anyone from Hinamizawa who managed to survive that night. Just ask around. Managed, because it's a past. But wait, you said it wiped out the whole village and now who's managed to survive that night? It's a bit awkward though, but... Wait a second, did you just say that Rika was murdered? On the day of the great disaster, at around noon, some elderly villagers visited the shrine and found Rika Furude's corpse there. Yeah, alright. She was naked and barefoot. What we do know is that she was drugged into a deep sleep, carried to that spot, and had an incision made into her abdomen. Her internal organs were purposely ripped out. Yeah, alright. Well, while the drawing is interestingly made, the crows, I think they're a bit bigger than they... Or maybe they're the right size, but the hair could have used some blood as well. Because, well... Now her body is stained red. The red color could have been a bit closed in color, because as the blood becomes oxided, or whatever you call it, it becomes darker in color. Wait. I think I should rehearse that. As it loses oxygen, it becomes brighter in color. I'm not sure though. You sleep, so the incision to her abdomen wasn't done after death. That happened as predicted. With regard to these consecutive mysterious deaths, what do you think about Oyashiro's curse? Oyashiro. Wait, the name is Yashiro. That I know that it's a name. Oyashiro, I think, is... Is it a different name, or is it with the O that typically shows respect? Like, when you say kane for money and you say okane, I'm not sure. I mean, okane is more polite. It's the same thing, but it's a more polite way to say it. Akasaka, I can only discuss that matter now that those events have come to an end. Don't think they were a coincidence. That girl knew everything. Yes, she predicted that all those consecutive mystery deaths would take place. The main purpose of my journey was to find out about the consecutive Oyashiro's curse murder cases. The relationship between them and Rika Furude, who predicted everything. I'm sure the child isn't dead. I mean, yeah, sure, the body has been killed. But as this game's a fantasy and, well, sci-fi in a way, because it's against how ghosts function in reality, uh, and them lacking any sense of awareness, I'm sure Rika is still there. Because the child was very young, but at the same time she was extremely aware of the things that would happen, and therefore she was still calm. You tell a child that they would die quite soon, and I'm sure the child wouldn't be that calm as Rika was. According to her prediction, she herself would also be murdered. She knew she was going to die, so why didn't Rika run away then? Why did she accept the fact she was going to die without any dispute? Why did she not try to ask for help? Well, the point is, when you know that you will die, and, no one else will believe you, because basically in this sick world, everyone is kind of at a risk to die and be killed, right? Because things can happen. Certainly she did make a plea for help. The manager of the Den construction worksite will be murdered. His entire body will be dismembered and thrown away. Following year, on this very day in June of Showa year 55, Satoko's parents will be pushed off a cliff to their deaths. Well, to their deaths, it can be singular. I forgot who Satoko is. I think she was one of the girls with the big families, within the big families. Year, on this very day in June of my parents will die. Ah, so it's a ritualistic killing after all, because it's always the same day in the same month. And it's June, the 6th month, which is the month of the family, right? Satoko's bully of an aunt will be murdered after having her head crushed. Alright. And the year after that, on this very day in June, a local nurse and a visiting photographer were found dead. That day, or possibly several days later, I will also be murdered. I don't know why, but it would be 7 days. I'm not sure why, but I would say 7 days. 6 or 7 days. These deaths have been predetermined. Last death is still being decided upon, but just whose plan is it? I want to live happily, that is all I wish for. I want to be surrounded by my dear friends and enjoy life as days go by. That's all I ask, and yet I don't wish for anything else. And yet, I don't want to die. She had not accepted her death. I had known about Yuki's death immediately, I would probably have been crushed by despair and would not have listened to her. For that reason, she wanted a little time to seek help. That girl was that desperate, wasn't she? If I had listened carefully to her words, if I were there in June of Showa 58, I could have protected her. I doubt you could have, though, because those who orchestrated her death definitely didn't send one single person. I'm not sure if you could actually have protected her. Sure, I could have saved her life. Not quite. Most likely you would have died as well. Seeking my help, I was unable to realize it. Shell told me about Yuki's death, but even so, I was not able to realize even that. Well, she didn't tell you exactly the truth, she told you something concealed. Because people forget one thing. If you tell them their future, you're not gonna make them more, you're definitely not gonna make them more aware. You're not gonna make them more responsible, especially responsible. If I had taken that warning seriously, I could have prevented Yuki's accident and the decided death of the little girl, my savior, as well. You couldn't have prevented Yuki's accidents because, well, death comes irrespective of the situation. And the little one, well, if her death was done that ritualistically, the point is definitely a certain amount of people would have been sent because she was a high priority target. And I would say for some reason there would be 6 people. I'm not sure why, but I would say 6 people. Rika had placed her hopes in me to do that, and even so I failed her. That's what future prediction does to people, because it always creates even more pain and confusion. I'll make sure the truth behind all this is found. An exclamation mark would have been nice though. In a year later, no, a year later, not in a year. A year later, a book related to the Hinamizawa village was published. The book compiles the incidents in the series of mysterious deaths, including even the Great Disaster, all together. It was written in hopes that the incidents wouldn't be forgotten. This is what was written down in the afterword. Afterward at the end, well, afterward is already at the end, so it's kind of nasty. Why has this tragedy happened? It's only us, the truth behind it won't come to light. Please, you who did read this, clear up the truth for us. This is our only wish. So in a way, this game is about bringing the spirits to rest. But the spirits, in video games, spirits function differently than they function in real life. There are certain practices that you take, not necessarily finding the truth, but there are certain spiritual rituals that are done to send those spirits to rest, but at the same time you need a certain mastery over your body to be able to find those spirits and to deal with their pains and layers of suffering. And that again requires a huge amount of mastery, because if not done right, it may actually cost you your life, because you're dealing with a spirit that no longer has a body, and therefore it no longer has the limit that a physical body has when it comes to emotions, and it no longer has discernment. So if they suddenly become afraid of you, the energy they can emit is no longer limited as a physical body would. Well, let's not dive into that. The contamination of the Hinamizawa district is still in place this year. Wait, containment. Ah, containment. The fact that it is contained. Yes. You could say lockdown, maybe. Or the area. The seal on the area still is in place. Born repeatedly to the Hinamizawa of June 1983, experiencing the same timeline. Wait, is this Rika? Each time the world changes, as shown by its inhabitants' actions and the cause of my death. Wait, the game deselected itself. These walls had several rules they must obey. Have, maybe. Everyone, each and every one of them, is genuinely caring and kind. But even so, when the gears of fate turn, they become controlled by their delusional thoughts and begin to engage in destructive behavior, not violence, because violence by default is destructive. That's what I would say. I mean, it kind of doesn't sound correct to say it. It's pleonastic by design. However, the perpetrator of such actions changes each time depending on coincidental circumstances. And now it's diving a bit into forensics. Another rule. Three deaths that are believed to be connected to the Hinamizawa chain of bizarre deaths. The night of Watanagashi, Tomitake and Takano are killed by someone, and not too long after I will also be killed. Well, punctuation marks here because it's a continuation. These are not accidental, as they inevitably occur in every world. Parallel universes feels a bit like Honkai Impact, if you ask me. But music like this is finally nice, especially since it doesn't blow my ears. I think this is music box music. To say this in another way, a powerful will wanted this to occur. I have experienced countless worlds. Also, technically, each of these pyramids or symbols is technically a world, and have knowledge that no one else could. No one else does. Could is only for possibility. But I still do not know who killed me, nor for what reason. I want to protect everyone precious to me and to break through fate's maze and reach that happy future. This time, will I be able to save everyone, or will I once again not be able to do anything but watch the world's end? Ah, alright, so she's technically embodying again. Also, you're now playing as Rika. Alright. Just someone killed. That one, it's me. Alright. A bit disturbing if you ask me, but... Boop. But I'm still here. What could this mean? It would have been nice if the background would actually move. No, it would make it a bit more animated. Something like that. Oh, actually, the girl has another sound. Don't see anyone. Maybe I should look around. Okay, this is scripted, so can't do anything. Hanyu. That fragment seemed to end bad as well. Just died recently, your memories are not back yet, but you should vaguely understand things. This thing has been plaguing humanity so much. Having the idea that spirits actually remember things, that's a bit sad, because people don't feel like knowing how ghosts actually function. But it's nice to dive into this sci-fi aspect. I used what little of my power to save you from being dead. Well, killed, not dead. You are the last of the Furude line, and I am your ancestor. We shall try to find the right world together, a world where everyone will be happy, because it's gonna be to the future. And you also said shall, so. There are infinite worlds of possibilities centered around me. They are crystallized fragments. I'm the only one that can see Hanyu. You have been always with me since I was born, and you used your power to rewind time for us. We have done this for a long time. Ah, so technically she's born again. But technically she's always born in the future, but in the past as well. Let us find that happy future. Being hunted is a resolute image. What is being sought is an exit into the light. What has been provided is the usual sadness. Himatsubushi Hen, time killing chapter. Length medium, difficulty very easy. Play music, replay chapter. Wait, I don't want to replay a chapter. Can I actually... Ah, I can actually save the game. Yes. Save and save. Alright, I think I'm gonna quit the game here. And I'm gonna dive into things much later. It's nice that you can actually replay chapters if you want. But I'm not interested in replaying them because I don't find much replayability value. I'm not sure if you play that, you can actually change things because it's not a choice based, I think. I remember correctly because I play this game kind of rarely. You don't have any replay value, I think, because you just see through the chapter. It's a visual novel and the text scrolls. So I'm not sure how things will go, but alright. So I think I'm gonna wrap this video here. I wouldn't mind if I'd actually go rest. Okay, let me see. I'd like to go rest. Go to rest pretty early. So, all this being said, thank you for joining. You are appreciated. And well, I'll be seeing you in the next stream. I'll be trying to stream more often, but for some reason I kind of lost interest in this. Feels a bit boring if you ask me. But I don't mind doing game interpretation for others, as this is something that I truly like. So take care, enjoy life, and all this being said, well, live life, and well, Ferinjan Board signing out. I'll see you in the next stream.